Hey y'all, Happy New Year. My new year kind of started out with a kerplump instead of a bang. When I went back to work Monday, I started out with like a little tickle in my throat, and by Tuesday afternoon I was on the couch asleep with fever, chills, body aches, headache, the whole kit and caboodle. And of course, first thing you think in today's times is I've got COVID. Took a home test and it was negative, and I think I just had, the good old flu. Kept checking on my family that I had been around over the holidays, and nobody else has gotten sick, thank goodness. And wash hands, masked up, hand sanitized, the whole 9 yards, always precautious. But, you're still going to get sick sometimes. So, anyway, I'm feeling much better. So I wanted to do this video and have a layout to share along with it. But since I was not feeling well, I don't have a layout to share with it. But on Monday, if you are a subscriber on Patreon to RTS Scrapbooking, you will see that Janet shared some kits from the Not Just for Boys kit. I won't say kit club. I don't know what they call it. But they are no longer doing the monthly subscriptions, or not even subscription. They're no longer doing the monthly kits that you can buy. They're just doing page kits. And one of them that she showed, which was her favorite, and I loved it too, was the one that was called Handsome. And I just did a printout of it right here. And when I saw it, I thought, oh my gosh, I do love that. I love that tin right there. And that piece of tin, this is by Bo Bunny Safari, reminded me of a piece of paper that I had in my stash by Kaisercraft. So instead of immediately hopping on their website and trying to purchase the kit, which now I think this one is sold out. It's their Handsome Page Kit. I don't know if they're going to restock, or once it's gone, it's gone. But the kit was $20 for this, and you can create 2 pages. They give you the directions and the instructions on the cuts that you make to create the 2 layouts that they showed. And I love the 2 layouts, so that's what I wanted to duplicate, and I at least wanted to have one done, but that didn't happen. So for $20 you get the kit, and you get the cutting guide instructions, and they also do a video on YouTube, which is free for anybody to watch, where they put the layout together. So I put a kit in my cart. I was curious what the shipping was, and for me it was $10. So that would be $30 to do 2 pages, which is about $15 a page. I did kind of estimate and totaled up the amount of product that you got, retail price. If I were to go on and buy these sheets of paper, a stamp set, and it equaled up to about $20. So I think it's a good deal. But as I said in my goals video, my focus is to focus on what I have versus what I don't have. So when I saw this piece of paper, going back to what I said earlier, I knew I had a piece of tin paper in a Kaisercraft collection. Isn't that funny how you can remember out of all the paper that you have, all the product, and you can remember, you can see a sheet of paper and go, oh, I have something like that. And that's what happened with me. I have something like that. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to build a counterfeit page kit, which is what I did. So what I have done is wrote down here what all came in the in this kit from Not Just for Boys. I wrote out, because they give you a listing of what comes in it, and this is the listing of what came in it. I think minus, I didn't write down the cut file, the Handsome cut file, and because that's kind of like your title. So I'm just going to wait until I know what photos I'm going to use, and then I'll add a title in at that time, but I'm just kind of leaving it open for now. So let's see what I came up with. Okay, so the first piece of paper I pulled was that Kaiser Craft, and I knew I had it in my outdoor collection because it is called Open Road Collection, and this paper is called Bushwalk, and it is a piece of that corrugated tin. Now, it is just your solid rust versus the multicolor that is in that piece of Bo Bunny right here. But that is the piece that triggered my brain, and that's the first piece I grabbed. So then they used this 49 and Market Vintage Artistry Hypemore paper, which is this piece right here, and it kind of looked like that's a collage sheet. And so I thought, who has been making a lot of collage papers in their collections? Simple Stories has. So I went through my Simple Stories and looked at more of the fall colors, because this is the rusts and the browns. And I found this Autumn Splendor Grateful Hearts for my collage paper. There's the B side. So I now have 2 pieces of paper taken care of. And then I'm going to kind of flip this so you can kind of see. Now, which I know it's upside down, but that's all right. It kind of gives you the color scheme. So when I was looking at this Kaiser Craft Open Road, I found another cool piece of paper, which was this one called Undiscovered. And it kind of has all the cool colorings that Bo Bunny had, but it was wood grain. And then I still, in that same Simple Stories collection, I found this paper from Autumn Splendor called Autumn Leaves. So now I have 2 options. I have this option, marrying up Kaiser Craft and Simple Stories, and I have this option, marrying up Kaiser Craft and Simple Stories. So I thought this looked really good together, so I think I'm just going to keep this pulled. Depending on the photo that I use, I have the option of using either one of these. But I'm just going to stick with this one for now because it's the 10. So then we get into, for embellishments, they used a piece of Vicki Bouton's Fernwood for the butterflies to cut out. So I'm thinking fall theme, easy. I'll find some leaves. So I went to Paper Pad. Jen had filled, I think this is from Warm and Cozy, and pulled out the sheet of leaves because I can fussy cut some of these leaves out. And it has the texture in the background. We have texture in the background. I mean text, not texture, text. This is, even though this is white, some people don't like to mix white and cream, which if you don't, it's not a problem, because if you just cut out the leaves, you're just going to get the colors of the leaves. If you want to make it a little easier, you know, you can leave a little bit of the white. There is some touches of lighter white in here in the sky and in the tag. I don't ever have an issue with mixing white and cream. Some people do, but if that's the case, you can just cut out the leaf and totally ignore the background and the text of this, which you'll have the text in the background of these leaves. So that takes care of the fernwood. And then we have cardstock. They have 2 aqua cardstock, 1 black and 1 white. So I pulled 2 because you see I have a lot of rust color, a lot of dark colors. To brighten it up a little bit, I pulled 2 green cardstock to kind of just brighten it up some. And it's some of the greens. Doesn't match perfectly, but it goes with the green in these leaves here. And if I don't end up liking it, I can always go to my cardstock and pull a different shade of green, because you never realize how many different shades of a color cardstock you have until you start trying to match cardstock as closely as you can to a pattern paper. There's a lot of different shades. And then we have a white and a black cardstock. So I pulled a cream cardstock and this rust color cardstock. And I think these were used for like photo matting. Let me slip that under there for photo mats. So that is the basic of the paper for this page kit. So now we go on to the other pieces, and they used a Bow Bunny texture stamp, you know, that has different textures. And if you've ever shopped at Tuesday Morning during its prime, you know you probably have some Bow Bunny texture stamps in your stash. So I pulled one, and this one is called Wall to Wall Stamp. So I have like this brick background, a wood grain, and then the stone. And I do have, where did I put it? I did have another one pulled, which I just stuck it in the front of my stamps because I know I can go and get this one depending on my photos that I'm using. Now this one is distressed textures. You have like a chicken wire. You have, look, you have this like corrugated looking tin. You have dots, and then you just have this little smudge. So I can use either one of these. And I bought these, look, back in 2019. That one is 0319 and 0819. Haven't even took them out of the package. That is why, instead of buying something and getting another stamp set, when I already have distressed backgrounds, I'm going to use something that I bought and haven't used. Okay, so there's the stamps. And then they had some tags here. And I just pulled some different, a couple of different tags that I found. I found this orange one I can cut in half. See, it got bent somehow, but that doesn't matter. I found this brown tag. Now, I may not use these. I may take a piece of pattern paper and make my own tags and stick some word strips on them, but this lets me know that this has tags, and I'm going to follow suit, and I'm going to use some type of tag. So, just because I pulled these two doesn't mean I have to use these two. It just reminds me, hey, we may want some tags on these pages, so you can either go look for some more tags or you can make some tags. Then they had they provided a jar. They said of flat pearls. Well, I have these little brown pearls. They're not enamel dots because they're a little bit more raised, but they're in a variety of sizes. And that doesn't mean I have to use those. I can just reach down here and pull some enamel dots if I want to. And then we have P13 photo mats. And I pulled these. You remember when these were really, these transparencies, these photo transparencies were pretty popular. I have quite a few of these. They kind of match the distressing of my papers. So I pulled a few of these. I can use them as is. I can, here's another one. I can put another piece of paper behind them. Here's one that says together, depending on my photo that I use. If it's of people in a group, then I could use that one. So that just gives me some options. And then, as I said, for the title, I'm going to leave that out for now because I have no idea what photo I'm going to use or photos. So I'm going to leave that open for when I create my layout. Now, one other thing, which I don't have it with me, is on the sample page, they took the star on one of the layouts and used that star stamp on the background. So I thought, well, let me see what I can find to represent that. And then I found another stamp set that I bought in September of 19. And since I was kind of going with the fall theme, I have this acorn, and I also have some leaf stamps that coincide with this paper right here. See, there's some acorns in this paper. We got the oak leaf and I guess that's a maple leaf or a type of maple or a maple leaf, and I have the maple leaf. So that's from Jenna Hadfield. And one other thing on the layout that they used the branding strip from Vicki Boone's Fernwood. On the reverse side is the full branding strip on one of the layouts, which these do not have a full branding strip, which I could use a partial branding strip. If not, I pulled this Simple Stories washi tape, this floral, that I could add to it if I so chose to. Oh, and also for labels, I did pull this yellow out of my yellow binder. There's the yellow here. See, this has a phone on it. I can cover that up. Here's some labels. So just as a reminder of where I can look or get some more labels from. So that is my counterfeit page kit with my 2 optional papers, depending on what photos I use and what to me matches best with it. I was hoping, like I said, to have a layout to show you that I made with this, but like I said, I started feeling really bad on Tuesday, and today's Friday, and I feel a lot better today. Hopefully, I felt a lot better yesterday, but as the day wore on, I started feeling bad again. So every day is, you know, a little better. So hopefully I will have a layout share for this soon. I'm proud of myself for not purchasing this and focusing on what I have versus what I don't have. because I put together Kaiser Craft, Jen Hadfield, Simple Stories, Bo Bunny, and I don't know where some, you know, I don't know the brand of some of these stickers and things. Well, that's Echo Park. I wouldn't have done that on my own without this right here to inspire me. So, we will see when I come back, if I make a layout with this right now. Like I said in my goals video, I kind of want to focus on what inspires me, and at that moment, that Monday, I watched that video, I was inspired by it, and I came up here to my craft room and started pulling papers, and it really didn't take that long because I knew where to look for stuff. I knew where this was. I knew Simple Stories had collage papers, and then it gave me the fall theme, and then so I knew I had some fall papers. I pulled my paper pad, my fall paper pads, found those leaves to fussy cut. So it didn't take long at all to put it together. So I was really proud of myself for doing that, because I am a collection scrapbooker or a kit that somebody else has put together scrapbooker. And this is kind of a kit that somebody else put together. I just counterfeited it. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.